Hello, how's it going? Mustard, ketchup, mayo, 1K, 1000. Doesn't matter who you say it. But we're back um, today with Dana White Contender Series, Season 9, Week 4, Episode 4. You can use them interchangeably. But let me just go over last week's picks real quick. So we have last week, 3-2. Not the best. Um, Darian Abbey needs to retire. Cause why are you losing to someone a whole weight class under you? Manuel Souza's, while it's an impressive win, he's definitely juiced, and anybody who can take him down or wrestle him he will lose to. The only good win, I guess Dante Jackson had a good win too, but it's Darian Abbey. He had 7-5. Like that doesn't tell me anything. The only good win that he got, but then again, Lorenz didn't, just wasn't good. Mauricio Barbosa was, Damien Wilson didn't look like he should have been there, so impressive, but not really. Ryan Gondra, same deal as Damien Wilson, where Trent Miller shouldn't have been there in the first place. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Meh. But today, it's week 9, so we'll do those picks. And first fight is Tommy McMillan versus David Mengoyan. I'm taking McMillan submission round 2. This is just because of the fact that when you look at the record of McMillan's opponents compared to David Mengoyan, they're just a lot better. Like for example, 21-19, 7-4, 6-4, 8-5, 2-0. Like they're all positive. That doesn't mean anything. Like not entirely doesn't. It doesn't. I guess justify everything, but he is also coming down from lightweight to featherweight. And then you look at McGoyan's wins: 9-13, 18-12, 5-3, 6-3, 1-3. Like his only submission win from McGoyan being from a 1-3 opponent in an unknown, like, what is the word, promotion. And it's just like it just doesn't tell me anything really, because yes, you can KO people. Yes, like you have a decision win with John De Jesus, but can you not get taken down? Like, can you survive a submission? I think this is pretty straightforward. I think McMillan was also supposed to fight Austin Bashi last year's Dana White Contender Series, so I think he was pretty primed. And to be fair, I think he would have not lost it, but I think it would have been really close with how their styles clash up. But I think McMillan round 2 submission. It's pretty straightforward. And the only thing is, I will say McGoyan is on ATT and he's 21, but that doesn't tell me anything. While I'm looking at McMillan, 27, or rather, it does tell me something because like he's in ATT, he has like everybody, but McMillan doesn't have anybody, at least that I know of, in Team Wolfpack. But he does. He is older. I'm assuming he has more experience. Yeah, his first bout was all the way back in 2016 as an amateur. Like he's been doing this. Let's do the math. Let's see. He's 27, 2025. He was 16, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. 2025. No, he was 18. Sorry, he was 18. So it's not terrible. Magoyan, he was 2022 is when he started, so he doesn't have as much experience. 3 years is not, crazy amount. But I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I would say medium pick for McMillan. Next fight, Eduardo Henrique versus Antoine Ho. I'm just taking Eduardo Enrique. This is straightforward. KO. Literally just KO. He KOs him. You're not. You can't just. You're not. You like. Nobody is just strength worldwide as a number 83 outside of the UFC. Nobody. It's just like, no. Let me take that back. Anybody can be, but like you're looking at these two guys. They're both from LFA. Funnily enough, I'm surprised they never fought. But looking at both of these guys, Chapolin has more aura. One, B. His wins are a lot more impressive. Like yes, he's been KO'd once by Davi Bittencourt. Bittencourt. But then you look at his other loss being a decision. Oh, sorry, decision loss to Davi Bittencourt. But then you look at his other loss, which is a submission loss to all the way back in 2019. And since then, you know, like before that fight, he had like those 3 wins or 2 KOs, one sub. Since then, it's almost all finishes. And Antoine Ho doesn't have that skill set of getting, or not getting, but like submitting people. That's just how it is. Like he has one sub win, and that one sub win was all the way 2023. So I don't know. Doesn't tell me much. And his tune-up fight, 3-4. Doesn't really tell me anything. So yeah, I don't know what else to say. Enrique, number 83 worldwide, tells me everything I need to know. Next fight, Mandel Nalo versus Samuel Silva. Orc. We have an orc. Samuel Silva, welcome to the big leagues. You will be finishing Manalo. This is a lot closer than. Oh, also, lock. This is a lock. This is a lot closer than I would like. You would think it is, because you think, or at least for me, when I look at this, I'm looking at Nalo. He's 33, but then you look at his like resume. He's been in Bellator. He fought from 2017 all the way up to 2023. Basically, once like Bellator went bankrupt, or sold the company off. But then after that, he just fought in random promotions. Like I know BTC is like the Canadian one, but like he just fought in random promotions, and he's Canadian. Like Canada doesn't have any good MMA prospects. That's just how it is, sadly. Besides Jasmine Judovicius, obviously, I have to always reinforce that idea. But then you look at Samuel Silva, and like, yes, he has 4 losses. Those 4 losses, not terrible. One of them is a KO loss in Chudo, Brazil. Or at least his most recent one. And then his first 3 losses were to Ellis Brenner. Ellis Brenner is good. And then the other 2 are just regional guys. But they're not bad losses. And since then, it's not like he's lost again. Like after that 3rd loss, he was 3-3, and then since then he went up all the way to his most recent loss, 8-3. But then just continuing on, he's 13-4 now. So his opponents are good. 13-2, George Hardwick, 18-4, 13-3, 13-3, 2-3, 30-1. Nalo is 8-4, 27-12, 12-13, 10-8. Like, it's concerning when you're getting matchups and opponents at that record at these smaller promotions, when you have a Cage Warrior fighter at 13-2 and an LFA fighter 18-4, another LFA fighter 13-3, 13-3. Like, he's good. I mean, what else? What else do I tell you? He is good, and like he also has submission wins. Like it's not like submission, rear naked choke, guillotine choke. Like it's not like he can't do it. I mean, and to be fair, he did have or Samuel Silva did have. Yeah, I think his thing is guillotine chokes. He has 3 of them for some reason. But I mean, what can you tell me from that? Like, I'm going to assume he has that dog in him, you know. But what do I know? What do I know? And like, yeah. But I do know that Nalo does not let it go the distance. That's one thing. So we'll see where this goes. Number 1 in Canada, number 6 in Brazil. You tell me. I'll say this is kind of low confidence though, despite the fact that I keep hyping him up. Samuel Silva is low confidence. Next fight: Theo Haig versus Kazari Olajaychik. Olajaychik KO round 1. I have this one as Olajaychik KO round 1, but I will say it is kind of sketchy. Or I will say this fight is a little sketchy because you look at this fight, and I mean we all know Kazari is Mikhail's Olajaychik's younger brother, but then Theo is he's like a submission specialist. Like he just gets subs. Like I don't know. What are you supposed to like do to that? And knowing Mikhail, knowing his submissions, like or him getting submitted is or like his biggest Achilles heel is his like submission defense. It like tells me like, should I even trust Kazari? Can Kazari also like defend from that? Because then you look at his 3 losses. 3 losses. One of them, his most recent one, which was obviously a decision. And then his other 2 are way back when, 2018, 2019. First one was a guillotine choke. And then that was in 2018. Second one was, his second most recent loss was a decision loss, which isn't bad. But since then, he's gone on a long streak, and his only most recent loss being a decision loss to Razulov. But I mean, he's 12-0. I can't blame you. I can't blame him. To be fair, but I mean, I will say at least Kazari has some submission wins as well. Doesn't show in his most recent 5, but his most recent submission win was in 2020 on Barbo choke. So, hey, not bad. I will still say though, KO round 1. Hopefully one or 2. I can see if Olajaychik does get tired, because a lot of his wins are literally just round 1. He has 1 KO round 3, 1 KO round 2, but most of his wins are in round 1. If he goes further than round 1, I will kind of worry about his gas tank, especially when it comes to like submissions. Just hope he doesn't get submitted, but who knows? I just pray he does good, because I want to see Kazari do good. So, yeah. KO round 1, Kazari. I would say medium. I'm a little worried about Teo, but I'll take medium. Next fight is Jack Congdon versus Jean-Pierre Leboniani. Lebo Snoyani is gonna win by submission round 2. This one's kind of weird, because it's a welterweight fight. But when you look at John Congdon's record, it's entirely based out of one promotion, even in his amateur bouts, which is Cage Titans. And nothing wrong with Cage Titans. You got to start somewhere. But what is his I don't know Cage Titans and their level of competition. And outside of Cage Titans, how are you going to show me, or how am I supposed to know that you're able to do good outside of it? Don't get me wrong, I understand if you don't want to travel to a different promotion because of travel restrictions, but you need to diversify it a little bit, man. At least John Paul is in LFA, which is a well-known promotion, and his opponents are not bad. But he has other promotions like Combat Jiu-Jitsu, LXF. It's just at least I know he's gone other places, and even then, even if it was just LFA is a good promotion, very deep, diverse promotion outside of the UFC. So yeah, there's a reason he's a heavy favorite. Submission round 2 as well. I take that pretty easily, in my opinion. And then if you look at Congdon's only loss in cage signing, it's a rear naked choke. So it's gonna be a submission. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him if he KOs him, but knowing Congdon has a submission loss, I can only imagine Lebo Snoyani, John Paul, is gonna try to use that to his advantage. So taking him by submission round 2. I would say he's a lock, but of lock, medium, low, lock, and McMillan by medium. I would say if you really want to choose two, like for sure, you will know you win, and surprisingly, Henrique has good odds. Yeah, Lebo Soniani and Enrique, because Chapulin. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.